Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so really cool museum. Love that they did that. And my first time being at that point in the Golden Triangle where the three countries come together. So I just thought I'd mention a couple stories from personal experience. So number one, back in '94, I was 23 years old, and I went on a tour for backpackers in one of the countries in Southeast Asia. And it was really good, rafting. Oh, well, one bad thing was riding elephants. You shouldn't do that. I was young and naive. I didn't know. They don't have strong backs like a horse. So, but one night we slept in a village, and we were offered by the tour leader that we could smoke opium with the elders. And so my travel partner and I, an ex-American, and we went for it. We were the only ones out of a group of 6, 7, something like that. It was a small group. Lots of hiking. It was really fun. So we were tired, but unfortunately, it had already been like 2 or 3 days, and I did get a little bit of stomach trouble. So it wasn't feeling so good that way, and we laid down as you do in an opium den. It was a large bamboo hut with a couple other like 70-year-old local men, and they did it for us, and it was just a small amount, and sure enough, like the long, thin, traditional opium pipe. Sure enough, my stomach trouble went away, and I was super sleepy and had a good night's rest in an uncomfortable, that's not where we slept. We slept in a different bamboo, sort of longhouse with lots of other people just on the floor. But it was comfortable. I don't have any real strong memories otherwise of just that I could feel the medicinal effect. My stomach problems went away. And then because it was just not a serious bug in my gut, the next day I felt fine. So number 2 is, oh geez, I didn't prepare the year. I think it's 2011. I know it's 2011. So now it's February of 2026. So 15 years ago, I was with a group of backpackers having fun in a certain fun mountain village in one of these countries. And I took it upon myself. I suggested the idea because I've been talking to a Thai woman in a different place in my travels, and she said she likes to make a tea, and she does it with ginger tea, add some opium. So I thought, well, why not try that? Because we were in a region where there's lots of tribal people, and they're allowed to grow it for themselves. So I went alone, which was stupid, but I did by scooter, 20 kilometers from where we were staying, and to a tribal village, and bought a little bit of opium, and no problems, brought it back. But the problem was the group of travelers I was with were impatient, and they were like drinking and smoking ganja, and I was like, man, I want a pure experience. So I was like the dude in charge, and so I'm making that. I bought ginger tea from the market, so I'm making ginger tea for everybody, but I'm the one doing it, and I'm adding the opium, super sticky, and so I'm like mixing. I've made the tea already, and I'm taking this little spoon with this raw opium, and mixing it into the tea, and it's not really dissolving. And so I'm like trying and trying and trying, and it's hot tea, and I'm trying and trying and trying, and then sometimes I'm like licking the spoon, and then trying and trying and trying, and everybody's just having fun. That was a larger group. That was like maybe 10 or 12 people. It was really fun. It was a really cool spot. I don't want to name that spot. It's changed a bit, but it's still a cool spot. And so I passed it around, but I stupidly was like, because I was the one in charge with the spoon, I was always kind of licking the spoon because it never really dissolved that much. And like I said, I was only drinking the ginger tea and the opium. I wasn't smoking. I do smoke. I have no problem with it. Or drinking, which I prefer. And so let's say 2 or 3 hours passed, and everybody's just like, they don't feel anything because they're drunk or stoned and just having fun. And I'm constantly asking for feedback. And so it was a near full moon. So I thought the moon looked really cool, but that was kind of about it. I mean, I was having fun. I like helping people, and I thought like, oh, I'm contributing to all of this, like the good vibes. So eventually I went to bed, went to sleep. It was really cool. You had your own big, kind of fancy bamboo hut. Like quite nice and really, really good price. Like I think about $5 US. It was a super price at this time, 15 years ago. But what happened was I had the wildest dreams. They were like Salvador Dali paintings come alive in my dreams that went on, and it was all good, everything good, like really just fascinating. And then what happened was by like I don't know, early morning, maybe 6 or 7 in the morning, I started to run to the washroom, to the toilet, because I was bazooka vomiting. Vomit. Strongest in my life. And I've researched it later, and that's what happens your first time really doing, unfortunately, like something ridiculous like heroin, is that your body reacts so strongly. Now, the bizarre thing, I had this natural product from the earth with no chemicals and none of that stuff. But it went on, and I was like, what? I don't have anything left in my stomach. How am I reacting this way? And it lasted like probably 6 or 7 hours. Really, way longer than if, I don't know, you spent a you were young and spent a heavy night drinking, and you like were puking the next morning or that night. It doesn't last that long. But let me tell you, that was a very severe consequence of that experiment, and that was the last time I ever did it. And so it's not like I really recommend it or anything, but it's certainly something, and I don't know what more to say about it, but please subscribe if you haven't already. Like, comment, take care.